This is the Resident Evil that we're in this month, and not sure whether the any of the will be on the CQI series. Resident Evil Death Island. Resident Evil Death Island. If it will come to in Resident Evil, and like I say, Chucky came to Dead by Daylight. It's no one talks about. They only like it's just an ordinary person and stuff, and just talk only or play, but not like really like say something really active. So like Resi Chucky came out is the first ever on he struggle with the movies, and then it came to TV series, a TV on cable. First time ever since the movie It, the clown, and it's in 3 seasons, and it's coming, and someone's trying to take like from me, but I'm not gonna let it anymore. So I'm talking about like Resident Evil was an Infinite Darkness, and it was a streaming service. There's still titles, but I don't think they like care about about the others. About when searching, there's like other. They're just in the search titles, and it's not being renewed, or there's not like a season in it. They probably didn't want to buy the license. Like there's Fairy Tale, there's like Leprechaun movies. Once was in the same in Resident Evil Darkness. But like I said, the old like type of movies, or like the Leprechaun movie, the first one was super scary, the most scariness, and that's why they don't want to bring it back. And Resident Evil was like in the TV series and Infinite Darkness, and it took forever. And then the Chucky, it was in Netflix, and then it's in like the Resident Evil and stuff, but they haven't added anything new. Oh, Ghost in the Shell renewed season. It will be a movie soon. It will come out, but it will just be the second season coming out. There's not anything else. Chucky came out. But like I say, Metal Gear, like pretty much is releasing Metal Gear Solid 3 remake, and played a lot, and there's like everybody else, Infinite Darkness season 2, but now welcome Raccoon City. But I decided to like talk about like they say we'll bring back it, the movie. Let's do a Leprechaun sequel because it finished. And like there's like Resident Evil still left, but it's taking long, you know. It's taking long. And like the sequel for Death Island, like I feel like it's supposed to release, not take like longer. Could be released like just a bit time, and then it could come out, but it took kind of like forever. Just like Spider-Man, you know, both Spider-Verse. Well, Spider-Verse came out in 2018. Resident Vendetta came out in 2017. They took longer than expected, and then the sequel of Across the Spider-Verse came out. It took forever, you know. It was supposed to release like in 2019 or Across the Spider-Verse, but they took a break for like I don't know how long, 5 years, and then Vendetta, 6 years. 6 years, and then it came out. Resident Evil Death Island, Ghost in the Shell came out, and then they put in a movie. It also has a season. I really hope they don't follow like how Resident Evil does and Marvel. Like usually their movies like Star Wars and live action come out a year later. It was something because like the stars like that's why they come out a year later so that to watch. And then like Five Nights at Freddy 2, and like there will be a sequel for 2 for Mike and Abby because they escaped, but they didn't get destroy the pizzeria from Five Nights at Freddy, and so there will be a sequel maybe. The reason why they changed the script of Five Nights at Freddy because Mike, who is like Mike Atham, was evil, pick on his brother, and put him in the bear animatronics. That's the reason why they changed it a bit, just to make him good and be separate from the villain. But that's it. You know if it is, but it did say it was Mike Anthem. Oh, just trying to confuse the viewers that it's his last name, Mike Anthem, or I'm not sure. But that's it. That's the sequel for Five Nights at Freddy 2, because like the original is too gory, and like Resident Evil has like Raccoon City. The movie hasn't been appearing. It's the same as I think they're following the same as Resident Evil before. They're probably following a path similar to Resident Evil where it takes kind of forever. The CGI of Vendetta is different. You know, you gotta understand that it's like this how the original Resident Evil was. Depending on when it's gonna release. Like they still listen, but ever since the Resident Evil 3 remake and Resident Evil 2 remake days, they listen, and they released 1 year later Resident Evil 3 remake, and it came out Resident Evil 3 remake. There's a reason why. Like Lost Stories was a good. It could have rated 8 or 7, 10 out of 10. Like I don't want to go like talking well, but like it could go 7 or 8 out of 10 or 7, 10, but it was really good. Just like Resident Evil Resistance, Resident Evil 6 would have been the formula for the CGI to continue. And it was, I don't know, it was so well, but it looks like it could. How Resident Evil 6 was. Like it's like similar to me, you know, similar to like how they play. That's why it's kind of successful. That's why, and never pay attention to like the negatives because it's just not true. Because it did so well and it did well, and hoping that and during that time in like 2012, in my opinion, when having this game on PS3, thought that there would be a CGI. And I will need to make like a video make a video or a channel so that Resident Evil could come out, release, but it takes forever, and the VR from Resident Evil 1 remake took forever. Like they changed a lot of I think they stopped the hype train. There's still a hype train, but they kind of stopped it on the game parts. I don't know about the movies, but the movies perhaps is perhaps similar, and that's why they're stopping product or something. I don't know much about business or anything. Is it that like Resident Evil, like stop Resident Evil 1 remake and Code Veronica, and I thought the that remake pretty much ruined the hype train because the it was showing an example only, but I see why they did that because they wanted to be like kind of similar how Invader Studio was when they did the Resident Evil remake Reborn, and they stopped them and put them apart, and they made their own damn Mare series and made their episodes, and they made the series, and and that's why they made Resident Evil remake and Resident Evil Code Veronica, but I never expected that since leaving and then come back because the Resident Evil 1 remake was supposed to like Code Veronica that it would be made by outsource and perhaps it would be released like in 2021 and 22, like each year after that. That was my opinion when I saw but hey, they always change it. You can never like guess it right. And like Resident Evil 3 remake came out in 2020. Resident Evil 2 remake came out in 2019. Resident Evil 1 remake could be released in 2022, 21, or 23 along with Resident Evil Village, or they're going back from how it's taking time and then passing time, and I think that's not good, you know. That's the reason why they changed their January to March because of Resident Evil 3 remake. Because I don't think no one else ever see like the time was in the past where it's different when it was released in months, and that's the reason why Resident Evil 3 remake came out. And that's why like kind of like the first saying this because it was like that even the streaming series where they took the titles and pulled Resident Evil Darkness to Netflix so to watch the original back so you get a chance to watch it. And but now like how when Resident Evil Welcome to City was made, I think they gave them the thumbs up to make the Resident Evil Mansion and all the stuff when they made, and even it sold like 40 million during that time or something. Resident Evil after the Welcome to City, I think they're going to pattern as Resident Evil, and now they're taking forever. I think Resident Evil Welcome City came out in 2021. It was like something, I don't know who was kind of in charge. Well, it wasn't like they followed like at all. This is released on their own release, like how Resident Evil was, and Resident Evil Infinite Darkness, Resident Evil came out in 2021. They thought it was the last time, but Resident Evil Dead Friday came out, and that's the sequel. Like I don't think any like only the main team of Resident Evil never wanted like a movie CGI series to tell about the story of Resident Evil, because imagine if CGI series wasn't made, you will have to wait so long. Just like how like how Resident Evil is, it probably would take forever. And the CGI, I don't think nobody was like a Resident Evil thing or a YouTuber Resident Evil. It was the beginning when Resident Evil this generation came out. It was independent on its own. That's the reason why, you know. And then they started to make their like channels so that they could make Resident Evil. Like in how Resident Evil this generation was. But like I say, I kind of feel more know than in others because like Resident Evil this Resident Evil Generation. It came out when it started YouTube of Resident Evil only. It was kind of big back then. I didn't know much. But Resident Evil Generation was on its own, you know? Just like Resident Evil Code Veronica. Of the original Resident Evil Code Veronica, you just see the script. It was like a movie, you know? This was the last time that I really enjoyed Resident Evil 6 before, like how Resident Evil 7 was. Like, they just care about the someone others, and they changed the look of Chris Redfield. Like, I didn't care, you know, I just play whatever. But anyway, but there's like others like similar to me didn't like how Chris Redfield looked, and that's why they went back to its original look and put Resident Evil Village, and then they stay away from like the zombies and put like werewolves and stuff, and put a different story, and it was good. But I don't know if Resident Evil Village, actually Resident Evil Village was the CGI series, similar to the, if they have took it serious, what similar to The Last of Us Part 2 was, then it would look good. But I don't think they never did by one of their, where like how they make it so serious and make them look good. The details of the characters, animation, how it was from the CGI, like how the CGI does with like Resident Evil Defiant, for example, with those graphics playable. It'll be the first time ever how it would look, but they never did. Or even Resident Evil Generation remake ever being made to mobile. Never. It took forever because Resident Evil Generation came out in 2008. That was like a different time, you know. It wasn't like others talks in the video, so that it was independent Resident Evil. That's the kind I know since when it was released. And then it was Resident Evil Generation was released. It was the first independent when it came out, and then Resident Evil 6 was the last time with 3 different. You know, I got a chance to play those Resident Evil series when it was released, like independent on its own, and it was good. You know, I didn't like. I don't understand. I didn't know much about. They always change a lot. That's the reason why I don't know. Now I know they changed a lot. It's like Resident Evil Code Veronica, Resident Evil 6 was good, you know. There was action. There was like the 3 characters and stuff. You know, the future Resident Evil would have had and have different characters. And I like how like it is. Resident Evil Village only show 2 characters, no 3 characters, because it's Ethan, Chris Redfield wasn't a DLC characters like how Resident Evil 6 is, but they switch off like how Resident Evil Code Veronica is. They switch off and put Chris Redfield just one part, and then Chris Redfield is still in the cutscenes, but he's a bit older, but not like full detail from the CGI series yet. And then there's Rose, and then they put a DLC with Rose 16 years later since the Chris Redfield and the main characters of Leon and Claire and Jill and Rebecca and Carlos or Billy was messing. Like those 16 years could show just of the characters, and then it's not like to ask whatever, but it's to be at least just finished just to show those characters, and that's it. Oh, and the Resident Evil 4 remake is coming in December on mobile. Like, there's a reason why Resident Evil 4 remake coming out. Like a good mobile to play, and to play like when you take it somewhere and you play it. I really hope they're really gonna put Resident Evil Generation, because that's how it should be. I don't think they wanna put. They did put one of the CGI, but it wasn't dependent on its own, you know. Yeah, that's why like I'm just talking now. Because Resident Evil Generation was on mobile in 2008. It exists, and it's the first title ever since like a like a special thing, like a CGI spin-off timeline of like what is called timeline, like how Code Veronica was, where it was like a special thing where the characters left Raccoon City. The the Resident Evil Generation for mobile came out, and it was in mobile, and it was in the series, and then it was in mobile only. Even the Resident Evil 3 Mercenaries also was in mobile. It was like how Resident Evil Assistant was, where they used the timer and how much you could add. It's like that, but in Resident Evil 3 mobile game, it's just a timer, but you pass each level. You need to do some more parts so you pass it. It's like it was a spin-off, you know. Resident Evil. It was like a timeline where Leon is doing after Resident Evil 4. First time ever they ever put their own Resident Evil like CGI movies into a game. Like how Resident Evil 0 was, how Resident Evil 1 cutscenes, and all that stuff. It's like this, you know? And they put in Resident Evil this generation of mobile. And then, but now there's a chance, because Resident Evil 4 Remake is coming to mobile. There is a chance that I might kind of jinx it, because I kind of know, because of how Resident Evil, I like kind of was there since the Resident Evil generation for mobile for my phone was, but then they hadn't like focused any titles in the device or mobile. Like I'm not saying anything, I don't know much about this, but it wasn't there for a long time, and then now they're releasing a Resident Evil 4 Remake mobile to play. Really hope that Resident Evil Generation comes out, because that would be a good thing for it, because it's super scary, you know, it's super darkness, there's like, there could have been co-op in there, you could have guessed what it was, you can see, because you play ever since the Resident Evil Generation for mobile at that time, and even the Resident Evil 6 was, before it's rebooted. Not the CGI series that didn't got rebooted, just the voices. And even but in the games, they put reimagined. They didn't put the original Resident Evil where it could be scary. They put action, but there will be a time since will be a character who will get killed off, like how Resident Evil Defiant was. The story script, the story plot was the villain. And how they got the characters in pen, and then Jill had the choice to kill off the characters, but the villain do it for them because you weren't the player to do it. But maybe later on they will, or not. But look, this like has like they would have like kill off Anakin or this character partner of Leon. This would have made sense, you know. But they never put like a multiple choices. They weren't like similar to The Walking Dead, you know. The Walking Dead like choices, but I don't see any of them having like does that, like what it will be, and it could have been like a different scenario, continue, then just restart, or let the user keep restarted. And I don't think they were that smart maybe of thinking that way. Look where I continue. What will happen in Resident Evil 6 if the partner of Leon got killed off, and what will be like? Well, Leon has to do this by himself in Resident Evil 6, or will he appear in some other games? You know? like how Resident 6 was, like showing the main characters. Like, don't guess it's wrong, but like it should be focused on the main characters since the beginning, then just chained off, like Ethan Winter and stuff. Like like how Resident Defiant was, and like how Vendetta was, like explained very clearly, you know, like, that probably makes sense, you know, about the main villain and how it appeared, how there were zombies coming back, and how Chris Redfield was, PSA. I didn't show parts like, so continue with the CGI with like, to show how Chris Redfield saved Rebecca Chambers 30 times. To explain how like Leon was in like in the end of Resident Village, right before Ethan started to use the button to trigger the button to destroy Lady Miranda's source of power. He has been stopped. I saw something stopped him, but I'm not sure. Maybe Leon came to save him. I'm not sure, because in the end, I saw the button in the end of Resident Village, but I'm not sure if maybe they got killed off because maybe Ethan saved him or not. But maybe he did. That ended Ethan Winter. Well, I watched it a few times of the ending, and it doesn't seem that maybe he did got saved, but it's 50-50. But it's always wrong on my direction that I'm talking. It never goes where I think it goes. Like Leon, and like the CGI Leon, the OP Leon, that's better. I see why they put like Dark Side Chronicles. They put like Operation Javier with Krauser and Leon, and the timeline, like it makes sense. And even the Resident 2 Dark Side Chronicles, I like that version, you know? Like VR would have been like that in that universe, or like in that universe of Resident Evil, like that. Then how Resident 3 Remake is, like would have shown like they could like really put them in like in the universe in Resident Evil, where like how the original Resident Evil was, Resident 3, where there was like zombies in the city, and then you could see it, or you could play off as like how they did in the demo of Resident Evil of Vendetta, where you were like a zombie, and you just see what it was doing, and then you came in the elevator, and then you saw Leon and Chris fighting. It would have been like that, you know, just a little glimpse of that could be, in a demo of VR with Resident 3, but I don't think they want to do that. They did it in Resident Vendetta, like Resident 6 was, and then Geeky Clues from Resident 6 and Resident 0 was used, like the word Vendetta from Pierce from Resident 6. Well, that's how he got, and how in Resident 6 they put Chris Redfield buff normal, how he used to be, and not like the goofball Chris Redfield from Resident 5, like punching the border or something like that, and the Jill dodging, and then it's from Resident Defiant, and the mobile from iPhone from Resident Evil Generation. If we had played it was good, you know. I could never expected it to be on mobile, and there is a good chance that Resident Evil Generation could be. They can really put like co-ops, you know, communicating work. That's how Resident 6 showing an example, like how it was. Like I didn't really need to show off anything. It's just that's how Resident 6 was made. It's a co-op. You work together. You play with different players. In helping each other. Like how, there was like a nemesis part that you need to take down because it's hunting. Jake Mueller and Sherry Perkins. I don't think any Resident Evil think of that. Like that would have been used, you know. It would have been cool with Resident Evil Generation, or there's like mechanics now could be added, or animation, or technology, or something like that, so you could work together in split screens, or offline, or online, where you have to leave your work together with Claire, who's playing as the player, and then she's injured, and then Leon still is helping her, the player's main campaign, like how they could join, you know, and the zombies could be like the players, like from Resident Evil 6 was, or maybe not, or maybe difficult, like how Resident Evil 4 Remake is, with the difficulty and the chainsaw mode. Like maybe they finally put it all complete in how Resident Evil 6 is. And then like the zombies was maybe one hit KO only with like a difficult mode, like similar to chainsaw mode from Resident Evil 4 Remake demo mechanics, and could be in the game for once, because like how Resident Evil is and how it doesn't be added or DLC updates. It just depends on the what will be, I think. And like Resident Evil Generation could be cool to see to play as like Claire and Leon, and like side characters appearing, whatever, like parts to see. Will it be based on like the CGI series, or shows like doing puzzles where you had to trigger like in this one part where Claire went to the controls to help Leon, and Leon's fighting off the final boss. That'd be something. And then they communicate, and they have to like how the bridges or something falling down from Resident Evil Generation with Leon. But I don't think they would do that. Like Resident Evil Generation could have brought those zombies that is like super scariest. But not, Resident Evil, the final chapter. What would it be, like how would it be like this, you know? Like if you don't do anything and this character gets killed off, but you still continue the campaign, you know? But I don't know if they would do that. They never done that. They always like restart maybe like how The Walking Dead Clementine was. You just continue because to try to save the character. I think they have that in that part, but I don't think Resident Evil does that. Similar to Walking Dead Clementine. And continue the story with the character. And like Resident Evil Village was with Werewolf, the Lady Miranda, the 3 year skip where Chris Redfield fight off against Lady Miranda. We have shown another episode of like Chris Redfield still in the BSA, and then left the BSA to find Lady Miranda because he killed off the character. And like I say, that would make sense, you know, that of the main characters, like it was still focused on Chris Redfield, for example, of Resident Evil Village. Like that would make sense, you know, that Chris Redfield's now it turned to him now, of Chris, and then Lady Miranda that's powerful is a kind of immortal. Like how would Chris Redfield survive if Ethan Winter doesn't exist in the Resident Evil series that was was like that you know about that the regular characters was only them only. There is side characters, but if those that kind of see the trailer of the 3DS of Resident Evil, where there was a mansion and a ship, there was Hunk, there was Chris Redfield and Jill hunting down where his Wesker location is at. They probably maybe Chris a bit older, or like that would make sense, you know, that would make sense. The time skip, the time path, and then others doing Resident Evil and stuff, like that make sense. Of Chris Redfield and how it was. And then then why is it went serious with Resident Vandella? It was where the old Resident Veronica was, and so Chris Redfield fighting off went to find Glen Arias with the team of just normal like dudes or normal, and one of Chris was like this special guy, or special that he had, and looking for his missing teammate. I explained, but it doesn't explain like in the games, you know. It doesn't explain what happened to the side characters. If it shows Razor Vandella, where it shows a missing character, but then that missing character turned to a zombie or a teammate from Chris Redfield, and then he became a zombie from Resident Vandella, and then Glen Arias tell Chris Redfield you find his location. Now he has to go to a new place. And the Glen Arias left, and then after Chris Redfield got saved from the survivors or something from the chopper, and then he killed off his teammate. Like in that part, Rebecca wasn't there to know how to save them, and then his teammate got killed, and then Chris Redfield starts screaming, and then that's when it starts the movie. Yeah, just like that, just like the skip parts, just like the skip parts of how Lena Miranda shows, and like how like in Death Island, there still will be a sequel for Death Island, because after that they have to show parts like in the ending. That would have been nice to see if how Chris Redfield left BSA, and how Lena Miranda show up, and then I think they would have made Resident Village how it is like right now, with after the movie or something. But the Resident Generation, like Leon was the main focus all this time, and then this Jill, I think Leon still will show up. Like some, I don't see, they see that Leon pretty much age. They only show up in only the CGI they show him, than just a game to not let them play in. I think they have to stop like going serious on releasing Resident Evil, like how similar to Resident Evil Veronica was, and Resident Evil 4. They pretty much like kind of like stay back, or stay like not releasing those series during those time. So that would have made sense a lot if they had one gone serious and released those titles in these different months, like how it was back in the day. But now they hadn't done that. Like, they only show it now because of the CGI. Because they didn't that makes sense. That's the reason why they made the CGI movies, because of then the games, because they didn't release it in the CGI series in the movies, and that's why the main characters didn't show up anymore in Resident Evil, and that's why it's not there anymore of the original Resident Evil, and the original Resident Evil, and didn't show up anymore of the Resident Evil, and that's why they explaining it now at the CGI, because they didn't put it into a game. They did put Resident Evil Generation. Perhaps that was like the focus, I think. Oh, that was like it would have continued, but what happened? They stopped, and they didn't like release any more titles like how the direction was in the past, and so they kind of changed that. And then the last time was only Resident Evil 6, and then they had released like a remake of Resident Evil 4 remake, or Resident Evil Generation, or like that's the reason why they released the CGI now, and the Death Pilot, and they was like a Resident Evil Pilot is good, like that's why I never pay attention to the negative, because that doesn't make sense, because it did well and it shows that it did do well, and that's why the like Resident Evil did good, and then they're showing like they put in the Resident Evil series in, but now they're gonna show Leon like how Chris Redfield mentioned that. And he's now the focus. Like, I don't know what was the original Resident Evil Village will be. Just like, it always give me a doubt because it exists. It exists that since Resident Evil Reparation, the beta, it shows Chris Redfield, it shows Jill. How come it shows Jill and Chris in the beta? That's the original Resident Evil, isn't it? That's why you kind of rebooted it with Reparation and put it partners and stuff. Would have been make sense if it was the two parts. One part was Reparation, of the main story of Chris and Jill, with Bertro, and then the final boss, and then after that, when the ending would have shown like a DLC of like how Chris and Jill would have been fighting Hunk or Wesker. But they didn't. Like, will be for Leon, like, because he was in Dark Side Chronicles. You were able to play him by the shooting game. And there's the Resident Evil Village would have been, and that's part. Like, what will be Village was Chris Redfield will have trouble in Resident Evil Village. Will there wasn't like Ethan Winter does Ethan Winter exist in Resident Evil story, the timeline? And Chris Redfield supposed to be the original main character? Was there any characters who were supposed to appear in that time, or before they rebooted Resident Evil Village? Is there like Rebecca Chambers in there, or what they think that if Lady Miranda was immortal when they created that character, Lady Miranda, they think Chris Redfield would have to kill her off because he's too powerful. I don't think Chris Redfield would get killed off, but maybe it would have made sense because like how Resident Evil was, and how in the movie of like in Resident Evil Death Island, where the characters came close to get killed off. Like, Wesker was powerful, but he talks too much. And he could have killed off the main characters. It's just that he always overconfident, and that's why Wesker could kill off. But Lady Miranda didn't, you know. They made her like immortal, made her like OP. If it wasn't like a goofball or attention to Lady Dimitri, and it was just only like how the CGI is, like how Veronica mix that they did, and they brought it in. They brought like, and that's why it was kind of like exclusive. But like you said, they now putting the word exclusive to the games, but it wasn't the streaming service. They took their title with surprise and put in Resident Evil Darkness. That was the surprise they did, just to surprise everyone. They never expected it, and now later on, they decided to call the word exclusive. But like I said, it was too late, you know, that time when this is surprise everyone, and they took Resident Evil Darkness to the streaming service, and that's why they took it. And then later on, when since the consoles or next generation came, now they put exclusive, the word. That's why it's something like, like Lady Miranda was so strong, like how it makes sense. It shows the part where Lady Miranda killed off Ethan Winter. Imagine if Chris Redfield got killed off in Resident Evil Village. That would have made sense because he was powerful. Like, I see Resident Evil Death Island was maybe I don't know if Chris Redfield will survive. But maybe because, like, it said in that Chris Redfield saved Rebecca 3 times, saving her, and then Chris Redfield returned to his form. I think it would have made sense because how they created Chris Redfield, the script or something from Resident Evil Vendetta, how he his performance, his main character heroic was. Like how he was from Vendetta, and then they still continue with Resident Evil Death Island, and how his dialogue was better than everyone else, like telling Jill that they're aging, or there'll be a time they have to like sacrifice or some way. And then like how Chris Redfield is in Resident Evil Death Island, I imagine. If Chris Redfield in Death Island was the CGI Chris Redfield, I think he is. I think he really is the CGI Chris Redfield. But like, not like how he is. I would have shown him like parts, would have like put him with his team against the werewolves, or show parts like how it would have been, or if it was the original village that they say, and if they hadn't like scrapped it up, I think Chris Redfield will have to kill off on Resident Evil with Lady Miranda because he's immortal. He has the power of the Ouroboros or something, the mole. She could transform to anybody. Could have shown parts of that, you know? Could have shown, make Resident Evil Village more like Resident Evil, just like The Last of Us Part 2, you know? CGI series back. And brought back the team from that made the movies of the CGIs. Maybe have them like help them out, maybe some way. And then Resident Evil Village is good. Resident Evil Village. I'm just saying. Well, imagine if it was like the original, like, and maybe Rebecca Chambers will have shown still parts will appear. Maybe it's Chris Redfield maybe struggling. Or Lady Miranda kill off Chris Redfield, or like how Rebecca like always knows how to cure. I know that she knows how to cure the mole some way, because imagine if Chris Redfield was his last time, and that part Chris would have get killed off in the against Lady Miranda, for example. This is a what if, and it get killed off, then Leon has to do something, and then he has to fight against them because maybe if Lady Miranda didn't got killed off with her source of power, would have revived all the enemies, you know? I really think could really do. Like how Ethan Winter was, like a mole body. Would have brought back Steve Burnside or something, Steve from Veronica, Nemesis, and all the characters, Lady Demetra, or something, making them all mold because she knows how to revive them, or maybe not, but it could possible because she was able to kind of revive Eva or Eve, or and then, but in the final, she lost her powers. So that's how Ethan Winter was able to beat her. Like, what would have been if she hadn't lost her powers? I think she would have won against Ethan Winter, and Chris Redfield has to be the one. I think Chris will still survive. It would make sense. I think Chris will still survive because how the CGI is and how Chris Redfield is returning form of the dialogue, and it's in the Vendetta sequel, how he's like more like how Chris was and Vendetta was, and how he looks and how he like talk and how he like how he the dialogue was. It was different, you know, and well, that make a lot of sense. Resident Evil, it make a lot of sense of Chris Redfield is, and like it's like zombies being angry or some way, and then doesn't want to like that's how it is, you know, and like Chris Redfield is, and how he is, and at the end of the story of Chris Redfield, Resident Village, we have shown like DLC of like Mara Gomez from Resident Evil, like how she was, like how the sequel was, how she survived, how she made it, and then she got killed off automatically, but like didn't want to show too much action. Like Vendetta was something like there's a reason why Good Areas was very tougher because he was like special. And he like to be honest made Chris and Leon a hard time to fight off against each other, and then the boss, they beat the boss, they ended it, but it was too hard, you know? If it Lady Miranda would make sense. I didn't know it would have killed Chris Redfield. Well, yeah, Chris, like, I don't know if you were playing, like, imagine you play as Chris Redfield in the campaign of Village. Will he survive against those? I think he will, maybe survive, and then finish off Lady Miranda after 3 years of chasing her. After that, going to BSA, and then Chris probably be the one that find out the connection. Right now, Chris doesn't know anything about the oh no, he does because he came in and saved Miranda, and not Lady Miranda. The Ethan Winter wife or some way, and then you find out that who's the connections, Chris. And now he's going to BSA and trying to save the characters, and that's why it's different. The Resident Evil series, and like how he saved the characters, how he able to find the BSA. Probably because they want to show Rebecca Chambers. Barry already is retired. He already give up. Barry Burton could have been, no, Rebecca could have been showing up. In this part of the final that they're going direction, they can't skip. They have to skip parts. They're always trying to like delay. Like what I've done, show the DLC Razor Village for now. To show Chris Redfield, go into BSA and then find the characters or what's behind the BSA story or plot, or is it 09 or Giovanni returning or a spin-off or anything. There's no update on that. There's no like any information on that. Like Resident Evil 3 was shown a movie. Resident Evil 3 it exists, you know, the fan film, it exists. It shows Leon, it shows Carlos and stuff. It shows a fan film. It exists. I don't know if not from how the others is making, this already exists, but in like a different language. And Resident Evil, like, you know why it didn't put like the director cut, didn't put like how it was supposed to be, like I could like how the cutscene was. For the original, could use that, you know, to show them flying from the chopper, like how Resident Evil 6 was. Resident Evil 6 was like the chopper going down and then going. But I see why it changed everything. You know what's changed since Resident Evil 6 and the Resident Evil Village? But I think since Resident Evil Infinite Darkness was, they don't want to go serious anymore. Like they don't want to continue going like the others is doing. I think like Resident Evil could show like it wasn't hard, you know. I think this is the reason why it kind of wasn't. It was good Resident Evil 3 remake, but I think it was a kind of wrong direction. I could have never skipped a part of the multiple choices, the enemies, the not content, or show parts of where the mercenaries with the chopper going down and they look for survivors, what could have been playable, and then zombies appear and then you see that just characters, or like how side character shows get killed off. I would show them in the cutscenes from the original, but I don't think they would like show that, and that's why they kind of removed it. Every sense of that part, and that's it. And like, there's already like a fan film. There's like in Japanese or Chinese, and it exists. They're like they came out the first time ever, and they put their characters in. They put stories in. They put like Chris. They put Leon. They put Wesker in. That make 100% sense. They're like, and like they play for the characters. Resident Evil 1. Like I could see, like I kind of see, like I play a lot of Resident Evil. Like I could see the video calling on a different part coming out. Like how cool Veronica was when it showed a glimpse of like when it showed that screenshot of Resident Evil Veronica design was. It was just like kind of a leak maybe, I don't know, but it popped out of nowhere. And then you never imagine in that screenshot of Resident Evil Veronica, the remake or such, it was just a picture, and somehow it became a fan game or something. And then there's Steve, a separate campaign, you know? And pretty much Resident Evil shut it down. Recently, they shut down the project, or was this an example? It shouldn't be playable. Oh, somehow they shut it down. The playable, and then they shut it down, and doesn't exist anymore. But there was a Steve Steve, a playable campaign. Could have show his story. That makes a lot of sense, you know. But they're not doing the Resident Evil Veronica. They're not like Netflix does, where they do a proper One Piece adaptation, a live action adaptation of One Piece, and One Piece Steve Woe, because it's different creators, you know, it's anime. That's the reason why. But they also come in too, sometimes if they want to kind of direct it, that they did. The Ghost in the Shell was, but it's different, you know. The anime came in, they did like Full Metal Alchemist and stuff. See and watch. I don't know, Resident wasn't intended to do that, I think. But like a proper Resident Evil Veronica could be. Like they have Chris Redfield, Claire, but like I said, this is always a different Chris Redfield based on the version of the series character of Chris Redfield. This is not like Lord of the Rings, how a fan read the books and then tell the movie about the Resident Evil, no, Lord of the Rings was, you know? That's not like how Resident Evil is doing, you know? Like, there's like, it shows a screenshot, you know? But like I say, the movie of The Walking Dead did like, it was like a CD thing season that they made, and it's different from just a screenshot of Resident Evil does. And the character realistic, if it was like a movie that they made, like it shows like Alexa Asper as the X-Men character, or Dark Phoenix, I think, from Jean Grey, or the character to be Alexa Asper, and there's already like the Aspers, and well, they didn't do that. There's already Claire, Chris, and pretty much they do this on their own. Like, that's what it was. Veronica, the show is sequel, but and then it turned out how it looked from Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4 remake, how it look. It really has to be based on the reimagined Resident Evil 4 or the original. No, not the original, the reimagined. They have to like do this, look it up, and then they have to kind of imitate it or retell it, but into a live action. That would make sense because, like how the Lion King was, how like Five Nights at Freddy was, but better, you know. They did well. They Walker Raccoon City, then just made a kind of story script. Like they changed they just swapped the evil main character into good and separate him from the villain family or something, and then made him a good only. Made him good, you know, and that's how it is, and that's why it did well, you know. And like Walker Raccoon City, I think they could have done different. They keep it like from the mansion. But they didn't show Bravo team, you know? they still could do it, a reboot. They could show like Mansion, they could show Bravo team, and then they could show the team Billy Colin, the fan game. This is the reason why they stopped Code Veronica. I seen it. I seen the original Code Veronica and how it looked. There's like a Steve. It was really close to the original Resident Evil. Like they pretty much like did it, and it was really good. Like there was Steve. Like that would have Perry would have been. Like that would have been like when it was released. Like since like what others would have thought for like Resident Evil Code Veronica could be released with Resident Evil 3 Remake when it was released in 2020 and 2021 would have been Code Veronica, and then Resident Evil 1 Remake could come out in Resident Evil in 2022, but they didn't. That's the reason why they got like pretty much like removed outsource. Like that's how it is, Outsource did with Resident Evil, and they did like Resident Evil 3 Remake. They could have done like Resident Evil Code Veronica, Resident Evil 1 Remake, but Outsource has been removed, and now the Resident Evil 4 Remake, and then the movie Resident Evil 4 Remake or Resident Evil 4 sequel with the chosen cast that they picked for Leon. Like they had to like they had to pretty much like look into the Resident Evil 4 Remake, look at the reimagined script, and then do well. And then you can listen to like they say it's not really close to Welcome Arkham City. They did great, They don't say that they didn't do good. They did because of the zombies and from the first they want the glimpse of you don't see like the point of view that they look at the point of view of the zombies from Anderson from the first movie, and then they put the zombies, and then it's the first time ever like a fan talking about Resident Evil now that came out since watching your Resident Evil of the original Resident Evil, and then you get the chance to talk about it then. Well, not get the opportunity to do that, and then they use that in the mansion, and then give them the thumbs up to use the whatever for Resident Evil, and then to put the mansion, to put the zombies. Well, they made Chris Redfield struggle because that's how it is. They could do a proper Resident Evil if they want, similar to Five Nights at Freddy, like that. They could have done that. They could put like Resident Evil Veronica. They could copy the original Resident Evil Veronica. They could put the characters. There's a lot of characters could be for Chris Redfield, and not Claire because there is Claire, but the Claire is okay. They could have shown Leon a flashback of him contacted Leon Chris, and then Chris comes and how the game is, and how Claire contact Leon and Leon contact Chris, and then they came over to the place in Code Veronica, and then there could be a fight, a part against like how Resident Evil did, what Arkham City. So the character with the truck inside the truck with Claire Redfield with the truck that ate the sandwich or the hamburger. Or how it's connected to the Resident Evil series, or like how Resident Evil 4 Leon will look. And after Resident Evil 4, they have to kind of reboot it. But they will go for Alice now. Alice was good, you see, the words of Alice was good. The puzzles, everything they did, the exact same as what I was kind of guessing for Resident Evil Welcome Arkham City. Claire, just Gil. There's a lot of Gils, you know. Like I could say, they could have done a proper Gil. Wesker is the first Wesker, right? They put Wesker in the TV series different, but it's okay, whatever. Doesn't matter, you know. But in the movie, like, then it'll be based on the main characters, and like, it's a cool Veronica, you know. But they don't want to show a fight. They don't want to bring like a bigger name to play as Alexa Ashford. Oh, like I can see it. It's just that Rezio is just too is different. It's too restricted. But on this series, on this game, why is so different than just the movies? The movies are kind of restricted some way because like it's different, you know. The remake, this generation, the Deadly Silence for Resident Evil 1, Rebirth of Resident Evil, Rebirth mode of Resident Evil 1 and DS. Why it's taking so long? Like, there's like a look at the Resident Evil 6, you know. It's like it's different. Why they first. So if they're so restricted on character choices for a movie, live action, then what? Like they put the voice of a movie star is Welcome Raccoon City into Ada Wong. Like they could use the character voices like a movie stars into it. I don't think they want to. This one character they did. That makes sense. But then they're using for motion capture or put them as the characters, you know. In live action, they did, you know, Chris and Claire Redfield. Just they can't get into like them in a different story, and then it was a different story, but it was good, you know. But it's different. It shows Leon. Like Leon wasn't like supposed to show up in the stars. Like Leon was supposed to come later on, and then things happens with her. Then Claire show up. Yeah, it's different. The story. Wesker will be his original form. They can never change their mind of trying to change the kill or Chris Redfield, for example. There's another Chris Redfield, but I don't think they never want to try on recasting for Leon, for example. The only cover to make them look is Chris and Claire Redfield. Like the director kind of gave the choice, and they did Y for Chris, Claire Redfield, and Wesker. The TV series wasn't part of it, or took part of it to keep the same, but it was okay. If this is different, you know, there were some parts of the CGI thing in this Resident 6. I was playing, you know. It's still a good game, it's still better. I don't think they don't listen. They don't listen, they don't like what Resident Evil is. Resident Evil 6 is different, you know? That's why you don't need to say anything, you know? Resident Evil 6, like, voices, like Chris Redfield was in Village, it could have been like someone else, you know? Chris Redfield, not the same cast, same voice. But it was okay for me because of Carlos. Because, you know, he did great with Carlos and the zombies. I really like and how the zombies coming in. Like they see it, but like not like very hard. But like this is like how it is, the zombies for me. Went against them and American City of Carlos, it did good. But now, they're not putting my channel like that's why like Resident Evil, how it's different. I'm just talking only. Like they don't want to agree on this. They would say it's too of the original. Like it didn't feel Welcome Raccoon City, you know. But I don't see them talk about it. But Welcome Raccoon City, or like talking and first time ever. Like how are you gonna do that if you just say you kind of like it's the original, but you're just talking about like the something else, but not like parts, like zombies eating, like show like scariness, like show parts of the forest, running a big part of the stars members, going to the chopper. Like stars, show them like in the forest. It's not hard to ask, you know. If they, it's like you can't be so restricted. If the fan or someone that been playing Resident Evil knows that they're in the Resident Zero, the forest, they got there. There's the stars members. There's the zombies. There's the forest. They went missing because of the fog, and then. In the fan game of Resident Zero, there was like a star shooting out of nowhere in the side on your right side or left side, and you see the stars running from the monsters. And then they went to the different mansion, and then there's another fan game. They're showing an example of the side characters, what happened to them, and then they got killed off, and then they did this first person thing from the Resident Evil 1 remake, from the first zombie, or like how it was, where the first other star member got taken down from the monsters, and then in Resident Evil 1 they started running away, and then they used that, one of the creators of the gaming or something, that they put into a game, some side up inspiration of Resident Evil. And they didn't put it in the VR of the mansion, Resident Evil 1, and they show an example, and I see if Resident Evil see it. But now the look how Resident Evil is, and how like the zombies was, how like it turned out to be, and there was like a sequel, and like I understand like how Resident Evil is, but I don't think they were never were restricted Resident Evil. I believe it because like they pretty much showing like Resident Evil 4 remake, they're showing sequels, they show 2 years, they show Infinite Darkness, they're starting to show like how I know about Resident Evil Deadly Silence from the DS that exists, and then there was like a lot option, and like that give the player a chance, you know. That's how Resident Evil 3 was for me. The original was multiple choices, the time goes past, or you never get it right, you know, and then some other creators use inspiration from that. So like that's how I know from Resident Evil Deadly Silence from Rebirth, you know. And like I don't think Resident Evil team wants to like go to the original, but they exist because they show up in Resident Evil Dead Island, the movie, Resident Evil Vendetta. Since that they never like put ever or show them completely. And but they show them in Resident Evil Dead Island of the movies, and like how Deadly Silence is, where Jill could kill off like Witcher by holding the breath, and then it's KO for Witcher because you don't want, like, usually the player has to like go another area to find the cure or the first aid to save Witcher, you know, like on that part. But in the DS of Deadly Silence, you just kill him off by like holding the breath of Witcher, and that's it. Yeah, from like it's a different sign from Resident Evil. That's why that what it was, and I see they use that in Resident Evil Dead Island, where the villain just pretty much like took control of the stars of the main characters. It was kind of like Marvel some way, and it was good, you know, all of them once. And then but it took forever, but they showed them in the CGI series, and they had someone that knew about the Resident Evil series of characters, and that's why they put them in all at once. But now like how they will show in VR, like they're using Resident Evil 4 and then Resident Evil VR, and like how it looks, like their graphics is inspiration, you know. But like Resident Evil really don't know those stuff. Resident Evil 1 VR, but like I think they would see it, I believe, and then they would put like realistic some way, like this how that I explained earlier ago about like this one Indian game or something, Don't Scream. It's kind of like realistic some way, but I don't think they will put that in VR. They could, or put you as like the side character in their eyes, and then you see them, you just switch their eye view or point of view of the character scene, and then you see the one character guy, the monster took the character down for the first Resident Evil original cutscene, and then Jill just standing there watching her teammate getting taken down by the monsters some way. But I don't think Resident wants to do that. But like I know, like isn't it supposed to be scary? Like that's why in Resident Evil Remaster, you see the first zombie, it was different in that engine. It was like enhanced 2.0 or some that they had, that they kept it for a while, but it's super scary, you know. And then if they put you in the VR in that universe, like how Resident Evil Vendetta was, the demo of Resident Evil Vendetta, the demo, and you were like the character, but you can't control it. You're just watching. That's it. Yeah, it was like that. It was like that universe that they demonstrate, but they don't want to put super effort or super serious in the series. Like I think they have like others to do that, but they don't want to. And that's why like I don't think Resident Evil is kind of restricted with the Resident Evil movie or live action. It's just that it's whether they want to choose the main characters similar to the stars or similar to the names, big names of like, and then they could look like them. Like I say, Resident Evil when it's the Resident Evil 1 was, it was already made like that. Like Code Veronica, I think they still make it. Like I know the voices, I don't voice for the characters, I don't know much. I know about Eddie Wong from Welcome Raccoon City, and that's final. I don't think they would listen. They really will. Imagine if Resident Evil Veronica was voiced by like movie stars, maybe Claire and Chris Redfield, as Alexa Asper, but their characters will look like them. They probably will look like the motion capture too. Their looks and stuff. They really could. But I don't think they want to do that. Like I say, Gotham Knight has co-op. It has. I don't think Marvel was listening with Spider-Man when they created Spider-Man, the game. I don't think that they're kind of listening what it would have been, or look at videos when it was made, right before the game was being made, or right before its release. Did they listen? They like take updates? Did they put like stuff in there? Oh, did you see? That's it. I don't think they did that. And then in Gotham Knight, they did. They put like a bigger map. They put like co-op and Spider-Man and put them to play of Batman and like of Gotham Knights and Spider-Man. They put they shortened the map. They put Spider-Man, two separate Spider-Mans in different areas of the city. It wasn't big. The maps was supposed to be big from the first Spider-Man and the Miles Morales Spider-Man. But I don't think that. And then it started to change. They changed the look of Peter Parker of the face, and then they changed everything to make it shorter. And then you'd be able to cross over the bridge from Spider-Man. Since Batman Arkham Knight was the first game that has a could cross over bridge, and it's a bigger map, and the Gotham Knight to make co-op. I think they listen, and I'm gonna put in live action. Oh no, live series. Even so, they don't want to do it. They don't want to like not interrupt them, but you should, you know. And then now they're putting live series. They're putting like the Suicide Squad. They're putting like they put like Harley Quinn, Batman. They put Gotham Knight. You play as I'm starting to realize that even Metal Gear, but like Metal Gear was different. They did put, I think, like even so you don't kind of talk about it or talk to about Silent Hill, and they did. It's just that they shut it down and stuff, but they kind of did listen. I think Metal Gear and Gotham Knight or DC Universe, some way they listen to you now. Square Enix or Final Fantasy didn't listen. They do their own, just like Resident Evil does. They do their own, and like I don't know. That's the reason why I explained about like you talk and then I will make updates. I don't know if they listen or see that or some way. Like one is Resident Evil and Square Enix is kind of similar. And the Gotham Knight and Metal isn't. They're different. Metal and Resident Evil and Metal and Gotham Knight, Batman. Ever since Arkham Knight came out, and they hadn't made like a proper Batman series later on, just a CGI or TV or movie cartoon only. And now they released Gotham Knight. They kind of think ahead more than Marvel did. Marvel is like following the footsteps like Resident Evil does, because in the fighting game community there was Capcom versus Marvel. That's the reason why they know each other and they put their Marvel stuff, and I know they listened. They did their own Marvel Picture Revolution and they canceled it, and then they cancel, and then Square Enix also canceled Final Fantasy First Soldier Battle Royale. They canceled it. I don't think they like focusing on the main players, because like I Resident Evil remake came out and would have kept the game in, because like Resident Evil remake coming out in mobile and the Resident Evil Village, and then I don't know if Mega Man got cancelled or not. Very sure, you know, to think ahead, but I don't think Resident Evil listened in that part. But if they did listen, then maybe Mega Man Resistance is still on, and Mega Man X. That I kind of play Mega Man earlier. I have Mega Man playing, but I mean there's a reason why it's still there, and even offline to play. Even like Shaman King folks, maybe they see like I don't know, like Shaman King, because you kind of like a big fan and that's why you want to play it. And now they play it, but I don't know if they want to release it, but it exists, you know. Because you want to play it. I don't know if Resident Evil Mega Man came out. Yeah, and then they say there's a Mega Man player. I play Mega Man, and like I play it, and the Shaman King also. I also play Shaman King and all its characters. I still play it. I still kind of like the only I support it, and I play Resident Evil. Like I don't think they don't listen really. Resident Evil, Square Enix, and Marvel, because all three of them, like they have Mega Man offline, think ahead, or not shut it down, or that they follow the same pattern of each other. Like there's Square Enix, and then they don't listen maybe. That time of Marvel when they show Avengers when they release it, or they sell off their studio, because I don't know why. There's a reason why. I see why. They're kind of similar to Resident Evil, and like Marvel, pretty much like they're they know each other with Resident Evil stuff. And they like didn't listen to the players. If they're like they know about Spider-Man, they played Spider-Man and stuff, and or read the comics or stuff, or how Superior Spider-Man came in the cartoon, or like I was not sure like Peter Parker can go off on Superior Spider-Man in the cartoon. I don't know if they listen but they don't. I think because they did delay 5 years with the Marvel Spider-Man movie, and that aged you maybe because it took 5 years, and that's why the only game that's kind of good is like The Last of Us Part 2. It's on its own, but it was the reason why it was good, and it's good, you know, and it doesn't matter if it took long. They're different, they're better maybe. That's the reason why they're different. That's why I kinda guess they're gonna put that stuff in, like the one hit KO. There's like Metal Gear Solid, and then put the collection edition for you to enjoy, called Metal Gear 3 Remake, and even the Batman. I don't know if they listened. They did now. They didn't want to make another series, but why not? Why? Because you want to play a single player co-op, and that's it. You know. And they did. You know. They didn't cut. They didn't like cut content. They didn't like restrict the player to go to another city and online multiplayer. And that's why they put that in Gotham Knight. That's the good thing. All in those two, I think that's the reason why it was successful. They kind of listen now, even though you didn't want to, they kind of did, and they did well. Marvel, Resident Evil, and Square Enix, Sega, and 500 Games and stuff. Dead by Daylight doesn't like listen some way. Just like for example the movies, if you were like talking about the series, and like that's why DC Universe, before they got bought, they're gonna release Suicide Squad, and they're gonna release the live action or live service. And they even brought their big names to do how they did kind of horrible in the movies of Batman and Harley Quinn, and then they put them in, and then after that they finish, they move on and will pass the torch. They still could voice Harley Quinn if she wants the big name that did Harley Quinn and Suicide Squad and Bird of Prey or something, and like they did that. They did the Batman sequel. It took long because they decided to, but like I say, the one series Arkham Knight it's an example. Arkham Knight pretty much outshines Spider-Man the two, because like I was like kind of not the key, but that knows about the Spider-Man and the comics, and then the Superior Spider-Man, and there was like a comic about this Spider-Man PS4 met Superior Spider-Man, but they didn't put that in the DLC, and they kind of restricted, and they canceled Marvel Future Revolution. And they took 5 years, then just 1 year later, to watch the sequel of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and they pretty much like shorter the map, make it shorter, and they kind of listen to the other developers in some way than just the fan, to not make it big, not make it excited. How the reason why Spider-Man 1 and Miles Morales did great. They just don't want to do that. Or put a DLC on it, spin-off or some way to not be restricted. It's for the players than just me. But I think DC Universe seen this and Metal Gear Solid, and that's why Metal Gear is releasing Metal Gear 3 Remake, and then the Silent Hill also. Silent Hill is more bigger than Resident Evil, because the Resident Evil is big and they've been hype trained ever since. But don't forget, Silent Hill, they are kind of listening, and they decided to listen some way, first time ever since a long way. But I noticed, because I seen it, like, I'm not an expert some way, but that's how I see it. And then Silent Hill is doing the episodes for the first time ever with players to interact and which ones survive and such, or put your character into the series of a live series, and then that is a first time ever in history that they're doing than just Resident Evil did. pretty much like Silent Hill has, there's the reason why Silent Hills had so much materials. If they have a city in Silent Hill 4 that you were in, you were kind of in the city in Silent Hill 4, and then Silent Hill 2 also. Silent Hill 3 was good before they changed it. I see why they did good. Even they were listening secretly to Resident Evil when Resident Evil did. I don't think Resident Evil listened. They did their own with Resident Evil 7 with Resident Evil 7 with like that successful first person horror ever. Well, they didn't like go back to Resident Evil 1 to make it more scarier and stuff. They decided to reboot. And did it wrong that they did when rebooting, and that's why like how Alien Isolation did. Like Alien Isolation kind of listened, like one of their creators, and that's why they did reference to Resident Evil 3 remake with Aliens Isolation, or the producers, or the character, or the actor or actress for or the actress that was not Sega, but they're the original that created the Aliens Isolation or the series of Rigby and stuff, but they got bought. But I don't think they were listening. But like I said, that's how Resident Evil got the inspiration from them. And took part of it, the movies maybe, like Terminator and stuff. And like the Terminator used one of the characters of Resident Evil. But like I said, Resident Evil hadn't gone serious on all this. That's why it was too late, you know. They put Claire Redfield from Resident Evil 2. The model or the look of Claire Redfield from Resident Evil 2 remake that looks like the Terminator from the series of the Terminator that look like her, and then they brought them. They have a Jake Muir also, and then Alien Isolation. They do a reference to them to like the actors or to the actor who is Rigby or Wrigley or whatever, and she created her own side stories. She was a producer also. She maybe listen and decided to make a game of Alien Isolation 2, like releasing because of them. That's the reason why it come out now, and they're making like that's why they're kind of Resident Evil. It's just like you never talk to them directly, or if Resident Evil doesn't listen. Oh, imagine you talk to them, the movies that was kind of like the inspiration for Resident Evil that they got from Terminator and stuff, and you talk to them now, and that's how we got to this point, and that's why the producer, the character of like Weaver, came out and allowed themselves to put their characters and themselves in like Dead by Daylight, and then they also could do a Alien 1979 remake about Rigby. Could be Kristen Stewart, you know, but they do a different reference. It's called Underwater. They could do it, you know, and she making her own side series. The producer of and then they make aliens stuff, and then they're making another movie. They kind of, there's characters is kind of similar to it, but like I said, Resident Evil hadn't noticed that the characters exist, or actors of them that exist now. Well, they're making the movie. They're doing their own, you know. The Aliens Isolation, so I don't think they're listening to me, but they're making the movie that I'm seeing. Yeah. And Chucky, third season, and stuff, and they took the inspiration like kind of Infinite Darkness direction. Yeah. There was Chucky. I don't know the lesson or the scene. Oh, while you're talking, like I don't know much, because like I say, I talk about Resident Evil. I don't think they're listening, but I see Medicure did, and the DC Universe Batman Gotham Knight, they kind of outshined Spider-Man. Even so, Spider-Man would do great, and even Resident Evil 4 remake. It's just that they kind of listen, and they put. I don't think they will listen much. I'm just guessing. That's it. I don't know if they're really listening. I'm just saying that's all, and that they put Gotham Knight, 2 players co-op, bigger world, bigger map. Because Arkham Knight, they did great with single player Arkham Knight. You even could go other cities. That's why they did great, Arkham Knight, and they decided to come back because they put Gotham Knight, multiplayer co-op. There is a Suicide Squad, and they will put like live service. They should, Like how Resident Evil used to have Resident Evil 4 episodes, Revelation 2, and they pretty much canceled it. Then Infinite Darkness didn't continue with the season 2. Yeah, pretty much Gotham Knight and Chucky and Harley Wing and like Leprechaun and the Alien series coming back. I like the series more of that. It's just that it took forever for them, but they're coming back. Yeah, pretty much. Resident Evil, like, it's being like Resident Evil. They're doing their inspiration. They're doing the characters of Resident Evil 1. Like, right, they're doing their own episodes. But like I said, there's already a fan film. It's like Chinese, Japanese. It's in there. It's like parody. Yeah, it's in there. There's Life After. They're doing Fading City because it took forever. Fading City, I'm gonna wait for that. Fading City to come out. Like, I know how to play those games, I cannot play Charmer King, Life After, One Piece, Fighting Path, and stuff, And Life After, I play Life After. There's still a season, like to watch, the Japanese, Koreans, the action stuff that was released similar to in streaming service and they stopped. Yeah, I seen it. I play the series. I kind of know Chucky. I don't think others talk about it or think why Chucky came out because I talked about Chucky before on the season and how they didn't grade it and they go out to DVD, but now they're releasing the TV series. It's still good, but now they're playing in Dead by Daylight. Well, Harley Wing, I think they still will be the sequel I want to see because the main character is finished, but there's another character that's still there, but she left, could show what powers that Michael Myers could come back. He could always come back. Or maybe dream, or he can show up in dreams, maybe some richer thing, but then he's got revived some way. Or made him young, temporary, I'm not sure. I'll talk about Resident Evil. Yeah, I talk about the the sequels and stuff and Chucky and Alien Isolation, and you wanna like talk because you know Razor doesn't listen. Well, on like sequels would be or Cassie and the the characters Vendetta could be. I don't think they will give like the directors some way for them to play the movie. Well, they only show a screenshot only. They only show the screenshot of the 80s movies, the 90s movies of the characters who have been actors or actors. And they're Alexia Asper, there's Wesker now. This Chris, I think they should keep him or change him. There's Nightwing, but never could be in it or wants to be there. There also could be Sailor Moon, you know, or Candy live action. There always will be. There always will be a Candy or live action similar to Full Metal. Or like stars or big names could be Sailor Moon. Yeah, he could either, or if they will make the same mistake, like either the Saint Seiya, then they give the Saint Seiya the original now. It's still okay when Saint Seiya live action. It exists, you know. They don't want to do that, but they did. Like, this is the CGI series and all. This is like, Resident Evil showing them before they change. Isn't Fading City. I'm looking forward to it. It's like Resident Evil 4 this generation with Last of Us mix, but it's more like Resident Evil of this generation in some way. And the zombies look scary. It does look scary. The graphics, I think they understand and they enhance it. Pretty much Leon is just noticed. Look, I play. Look, I play Metal Gear. I play Metal Gear. For me, like I didn't play the movie games like Wolverine or stuff. Harry Potter. There will be a reboot of Harry Potter. Twilight that could compete against Resident Evil. Resident Evil didn't like Resident Evil did the Resident Evil Village. It was competing against Twilight some way. It is, you know. It's a movie. Resident Evil Village did great, you know. It did a lot. Resident Evil Village. Metal Gear came back. They kind of listening Metal Gear now, and Batman DC Universe only. That's the two left that I think they listen. Resident Evil, I don't know, not really. And this is our channel for it. Look. Yeah, it's my channel, and it's a movie. I saw the Pachinko. Resident Evil did a Pachinko Vendetta. The Pachinko Resident Evil or Metal Gear, and Resident Evil Vendetta. Well, Pachinko Metal Gear Solid 3 remake is coming because of Pachinko. What is better? Resident Evil Vendetta I've seen. Resident Evil Vendetta is good. I've seen the first person I see will have been for Resident Evil. I see the cutscenes when seeing the Pachinko. But it's different. Like this is like a movie. Metal Gear Solid 3. They have their own spin-off. I see why they were kind of listening in some way. They did their spin-off. They did the Metal Gear Solid 5. They would have done Chapter 2. Metal Gear Solid 5's Venom Snake. Well, it was removed because they didn't want to complete it. They would have shown Quiet maybe in the end. Quiet against Solid Snake. Yeah, and like not what it is. Play Metal Gear and I played Ground Zero. They did focusing on Speedrun 2. It's good some way. And Resident Evil Vendetta. Resident Evil Vendetta is a lot different than the Pachinko than the Resident Evil 7. That wasn't like focusing on speedrunning, for example. It was like first save the universe would have been. I saw the demo, so I know they can like kind of hide it because I saw the demo of Resident Evil Vendetta, and that's why I know it exists. It would have been nice to see with VR. I think PlayStation VR 3 or 2, but they didn't release it. And then I played MGS 3. Metal Gear Solid 1, they didn't release the Twin Snake because it was a remake from Nintendo. They remade it. But I think they still belong to. I don't think they want to list, but I think they did listen. I don't think Nintendo does listen at all since they made Resident Evil Remake 1, Resident Evil 0, and after that, that's the reason why I like made and talk about Resident Evil because of that reason, because you saw Resident Evil 0 and Resident Evil 1 Remake came out for the series, and then Resident Evil 0 and Resident Evil 1 Remake came out, and then they didn't listen anymore, and then the Revelation 3 will come out, but it's called exclusive, temporary. But if I'm correct and it stays as temporary exclusive, that means Nintendo really did listen now finally. After so many since the Revelation, I wasn't kind of there in the era in GameCube. The GameCube era with the lesson, and they put like Resident Evil 0. They put all that in, and I kind of support it, you know, kind of similar to like Arkham Knight, Gotham Knight, and Metal Gear. The only one left is still kind of supported, but what happened? They shut it down, like Marvel Future Revolution and Final Fantasy First Soldier, like that. Right? And I think like this is the reason why I don't like play much of Nintendo, but they listen on that part because of Resident, because they took part of Resident. They're also creators too of Resident Evil, and they did Resident Evil 0 remake and Resident Evil 1 remake in GameCube, then PlayStation. PlayStation didn't like put in consoles or like focus. Nintendo did, and they put Resident Evil 0 and Resident Evil 1 remake and Revelation in 3DS. Like, I see why it's good, you know? Revelation exists because of Nintendo, and they continue Revelation 2. Now Revelation 3 is coming back because I think Resident Evil or Capcom or Resident Evil section or part didn't want to do it anymore or whatever, and that's why Nintendo is doing Revelation 3, because you know Resident Evil Death Island and Resident Evil Vandala came out, the movie, and so restricted, you know, it's like similar to Nintendo's restriction, and that's why you get to watch the movie over Mexico. You went over there to watch the movie because it was there, you got to see it, but I don't know if Netflix or streaming service will put Resident Evil Death Island to, or Marvel Spider-Man to streaming service because they're restricted. But Nintendo kind of now listening, and they're putting Revelation 3 exclusive temporary. But like I say, if I don't jinx it, and it does go exclusive to their, because like I say, it wasn't like, it was a good kind of a good idea to put it like on mobile or devices some way on the Switch, so you could play Revelation 3, but it wasn't powerful enough, and that's why Resident Evil Remake and Resident Evil Village is going mobile, and that's good. But like I say, they hadn't done that since Resident Evil this generation on iPhone, but if they do put more effort to it now, because they upgrade the device on iPhone 15 Pro, if they do, they could put either Resident Evil Generation, Damnation, online, co-op, or something like that. But if not, and if it is released on knowing those titles, and there's nothing more into it, the Revelation 3 I look forward because it'll be exclusive temporary, and then we're gonna show you that they focusing on them now, because like I said, Resident Evil or Capcom Resident Evil hasn't focused or wants to remake another or continue the story. And Nintendo pretty much is doing it with Resident Evil, like they did with Resident Evil Deadly Silence, like it was there, the DS, and now they're gonna release Resident Evil Revelation 3, just like they did when they continued the hype of Resident Evil 0 and 1 remake on GameCube. That wasn't there, but if Revelation 3 does come with a new device of Nintendo Switch, then it will do great. It will first time ever that Revelation 3 will be focused again, because like it was sort of kind of restricted. You gotta give them thumbs up because they revived the series, and they don't let like how Resident Evil is doing, Capcom Resident Evil is doing, or PlayStation Sony is doing, just leave it like that and doesn't continue. And like I say, Resident Evil did have a producer that didn't let it stop, and they continue, and that's why the CGI series was there. But now the producers in United Games, like Nintendo pretty much is still there, so there's always gonna be a chance. There's always gonna be a chance for Resident Evil Revelation 3 to come back, and it will be even so it's just temporary, or I don't know, I would jinx it, but if it's exclusive, that means it's temporary. That means it would be the best, because it would be better. It would show the Sony and Sega to not kill off the series, and that's why they will bring it back. Just like Metal Gear Twin Snake was in Nintendo too. And so yeah, they're not restricted to reviving the series because the Capcom Resident Evil or Sony doesn't do it, or PlayStation doesn't do it. The CGI, Sony or PlayStation didn't brought back the CGI series. It's the producer, the one that was with Shinji Mikami. Hiro Kobayashi is the one that brought the series, and they made the CGI series. It's not Sony or PlayStation or Sega did. It's the producer. It's Hiro Kobayashi. He's the key behind Resident Evil CGI, and the Resident Evil series that continue because of that producer. That's the reason why. But what happened? Resident Evil pretty much let go. Capcom pretty much let go. The senior producer of Resident Evil is Hiro Kobayashi. But now Nintendo kind of pretty much step up and putting Resident Evil Revelation 3 to continue, because like I said, Sega was kind of focusing on Resident Evil. They're all part of Resident Evil. It's just that Sega and Sony doesn't wants to put Resident Evil or put focusing on them. But the producer of Resident Evil, the senior producer, is Hiro Kobayashi, was the one that didn't left Capcom before. Before he left, he made the Resident Evil this generation first. It was independent. No one talks the video. It just did it on its own, similar to Code Veronica was. And that's how the CGI came out. And then right before he left, right before he think ahead, he put Resident Evil Infinite Darkness, and that's why he came out. And then Resident Evil this generation for a sequel, so that if Resident Evil Vendetta didn't have a sequel and the villains got killed off, there wouldn't be a sequel at all. But they did, and they continued the story, and they put the main characters because of the producer Hiro Kobayashi. And so now it's in nice games. So pretty much Nintendo is doing Revelation 3. It's like Resident Evil 0 and Resident Evil 1 remake. Yeah, pretty much. And they're not letting other studios take the spotlight, maybe, I believe. That's why, that's why Resident Evil is doing great in Street Fighter. Street Fighter is good. They did have animation. They did have a certain producer that kind of listened. They put cartoons and stuff. But now they don't. They're pretty much more restricted. They're kind of Resident Evil, but more restricted more. And they are not releasing any movies, live action. They did spin-off and stuff, but they're not putting live action. And it is a good Street Fighter professionally. It's just that Resident Evil pretty much has more depth into it, and that's why and that's why the difficulty and stuff. But Resident Evil doesn't listen. It depends on them. Right now, the one that kind of listens is Metal Gear and DC Universe. They're the Bull, Survivor, and even Mortal Kombat. Even so Mortal Kombat doesn't listen and stuff, they did put the movies because of that. Even Liu Kang became the chosen one in this universe, but now he kind of makes mistakes some way. They could kill off Liu Kang if they want, because they usually do. I want to see they're going back to super scary. Even so Mortal Kombat is a fighting game, it is scary, similar to Resident Evil, but more scarier because the finishing, the choices, and even so you don't do it, what would it be like if they don't reboot or retry, continue the sequel, and you will not know if the character is supposed to be alive or not, That's why they say, test your might. Lord, test your might. Finish him. Fatality. Yeah, that's how it is on Mortal Kombat. And pretty much right now, Mortal Kombat and DC Universe being Batman and stuff, they're kind of listening now. It was Gotham Knight took forever. They didn't want to, but now they're doing it. Some way. How they were hard, but now they're kind of listening. Yeah, on DC Universe, Mortal Kombat, and they always could change that, They always do, It's always confusing. Who's listening? Oh, yeah. Gotham Knight, no, DC Universe, Mortal Kombat, and Metal Gear Solid is the only one that listening because like Silent Hill is a lot of materials. The Silent Hill put a lot. They have like a CGI universe. They do kind of focusing on the main characters some way. Cause like Square Enix used to have Parasite Eve, but they don't listen. They take like Dino Crisis and stuff, and fans wants to see, but they don't give it to them. They don't put it in. They did put their spin-off, some open world dinosaur thing, universe. Dinosaur universe. The only one that still exists is Mega Man. They put Mega Man spin-off and stuff. They have the armor. Also, they don't want to put Mega Man X or universe or like they don't want to put Metal Gear universe or Resident Evil. They did. They put the universe of like Metal Gear. There's a spin-off that is not legit to the canon universe. For example, Resident Evil Club Show and Vendetta. They're enhancing their engine. First time ever in history of Resident Evil. They're enhancing the RE engine. Will it be scary? Will it be lacking? Will they enhance it? Is it better? Will they go to the original Resident Evil 1 reimagined? But more original? Will they put more scary into it? Because Resident Evil 1 remaster, remember? A remake? Resident Evil 1 was super scary. As a zombie, as the first star member being eaten by the first zombie. Will it be scary? Would they put that? Would they get help from the anime studios or some way that they did with Resident Evil Vendetta, Death Island sequel? With Metal Gear Solid, did great. And then Silent Hill would have done like better. I think Resident Evil 7 did great, but like I think Alien Isolation and then would have competed against Resident Evil 7. Even Silent Hill PT, first person, because now it's strong enough. Now they see it, or if it's strong enough, like VR2, PlayStation 2, VR2 and VR3. That's the reason why they don't want to do it, but now they do. VR2 and 3. Like I saw the technology from the demo of Vendetta, so I know, but they're keeping it. And so like Metal Gear Solid 5 I have. And Gotham Knight. They're both games that's better. The Wolf series is still good enough. And Silent Hill, so if Silent Hill does right, and doesn't matter if you say negative about Silent Hill live episodes that they're making. It doesn't matter, because it's for the players that have been playing Silent Hill similar to me, or some similar to me experience that didn't pass the level, and then they passed it because they see the videos or internet exists. Yeah, and that's why they're doing it, and they're even putting the first time in history, putting your character in the live episode so that you're in there. That would be your first time ever in history. That's something, that's something that Silent Hill is doing, like making one step further. And then Silent Hill 1, they will put PT or make it scary, or where they could bring back PT of Silent Hill, or be VR super scary. Yeah. Pretty much Gotham Knight didn't fail the players. They didn't like downgraded stuff. You have Arkham Knight, so if you have Arkham Knight, and you have the Batman series, because you're a big fan, but you know that they always kill off the superheroes and stuff, like a Mortal Kombat way and stuff, or comics and stuff. But they're scary because of Mortal Kombat 1. They put the graphics in, and then it's scary, and it touch your mind. Or scare you of a werewolf when you revive characters you purchase with coins or some way. Yeah, and that's why only in DC Universe, Mortal Kombat, Metal Gear Solid, and Silent Hill listen. But Marvel is different. They do their own because they're independent. They do their own. This is Marvel Future Revolution, Marvel and Final Fantasy First Soldier. And yeah, and then Shaman King came out. It's still there. It exists. If you play it or not, I do play it. I have it. And like there's a reason why, like, and that's why they're doing great. Resident Evil remake is different. But it's on their own. Like I say, they're doing their own, but I think they hadn't changed their style some way. This Metal Gear and Gotham Knight of DC Universe. They even have Tom and Jerry. But like I said, Silent Hill is doing different than Resident Evil. They're putting episodes so that you be there. You get a choice of if the main character survive or not. Or put your main character that you created, your avatar, to be there in the series. That's something. So yeah, that's very something. You shouldn't pay attention to others who's fake or negative, because they pretty much doesn't know anything about the series. Silent Hill is listening, so pretty much if you play just Resident Evil only, they're different. That's it. And that's why Metal Gear and DC Universe is doing. Even Mega Man that still exists that you could play. You still could buy it, I think. It still exists and still able to play. So yeah, I'm pretty much like giving like just telling that's it. Some points, and it's different, you know. Metal Gear 3 remake is coming because I see the Pachinko, but I know it will come out. It's just a matter of time, you know, a matter of time. And they did. They will be the first to make it. Then this Resident Evil. Why is it Vendetta didn't came? Even others have been talking so much about Vendetta, talks about Code Veronica, Resident Evil, the mobile of this generation and stuff, and Resident Evil 1 remake that should come out, or Resident Evil 3 director cut, or anything like that. It's different, you know. But this Metal Gear always been like that. Metal Gear, even Clementine, you know, right before they've been bought or rebooted, they continue with the comics, you know. That's why they think ahead, you know, than anyone else. And that's why they put the comic book, they put the Clementine, they put the series in. That's why it's different. And you sweat a lot because you're talking about that. And then that's why they show Clementine and stuff. There's the Life After that still exists. That's still there. One time only is still there. Life After, even anime, and then there's the 7 Deadly Sins that is still exists. That you play a lot of it. And the characters, there's also like collaboration and stuff, and like that's how it is. Fortnite pretty much changed its ways, and yeah, pretty much this is different. Pretty much the only thing that's still listening is Metal Gear, and kind of about coaching the show. They do their own. They're not pretty much listening at all. But Metal Gear and Gotham Knight, DC Universe does. So they're both universe that is pretty much doing what they're supposed to do. They're kind of listening. They're not like annoying the players. Yeah, and that's why you're getting your Silent Hill. You know, it took forever, but don't listen to the kind of the negative. So that Silent Hill will come. Silent Hill 1 or Silent Hill 2. Remake, reimagine, how it will look. kind of see the graphics about Chinchilla in the trailer. It's kind of more enhanced than the RE engine. Like right now, like there's a reason called restriction, and that's why Resident Evil pretty much gonna do 2.0, because they're too restricted, you know? But Metal Gear pretty much is doing it. They're doing Metal Gear Solid 5 they did, and how it looks, and the Fox engine, and then the Chapter 2, and then exclusive. But Metal Gear didn't got exclusive, you know? They didn't got like bought or anything like that. They would have been bought if maybe one of the titles live action, like One Piece. But I see why it's different. I see for it has something like a, what is it? Like a certain show or stuff to be in it. There's only action or horror or CGI or choices, chapters that they pick, and then the next chapter it will affect the character outcome. But in this CGI, the Silent Hill, you choose, but you do also an action button, like a reaction button, so that you escape some way. Yeah, that's how it is. The others that wish there were those, but they're not, because they're just negative. That's it, and that's the reason why it show up now, because they show it just like the anime is doing right now with Stranger Things and Seven Deadly Sins. It was in Fortnite, but they changed it. They still put stuff in it. They still doing what they're doing, but they're not change its rates. If they do, whatever. But right now, Metal Gear 3 remake is coming. It will compete against Metal Gear Resident Evil 4 remake, you know. That would be something, you know. I know if Resident Evil 4 remake will be Game of the Year. It will, because it released in this year. So it will have a chance, because imagine a Metal Gear Solid 4 remake, Metal Gear 3 remake comes out. Then it's better than Resident Evil 4 remake. It will won an award. But if that's right, they're releasing, so if it could win an award, I think they shouldn't care. But at least if they won, that's good. Just like Resident Evil 2 remake supposed to be Game of the Year, and they did, but not like a trophy thing. So it's something. Silent Hill and Metal Gear, Square Enix. First time kind of listening the first Soldier thing, that you're guessing, and that it was a good idea for it to compete against Fortnite, but they didn't focus on the players, and that's the reason why they removed it. They didn't put a collaboration, they didn't put new updates. So they did put updates, but not collaboration. Seven Deadly Sins is doing that. They're like still there. Seven Deadly Sins. Even that's why it's kind of better. King of Fighters All Stars is there too, and it's still there. They did some collaboration too, but like Street Fighter and even Mega Man also, but not too much. But like I said, King of Fighters All Stars still exists. Even they have some titles in it because they were like better. They were like still restricted kinda with the CGI series. They did brought out the Kill Saga, but not like another series. I don't know if it's released yet. Training Busan sequel that came out too. There's a lot of stuff that came out. Naruto, they're the first that goes back to the like side characters, or they're not main characters, but they have their own shows. Just like Boruto. those are the filters. They're showing characters and 3 years time skip 2 with Boruto. So yeah, pretty much Boruto is doing it. They're putting their CGI animation some way that's coming up. Boruto. Yeah, pretty much. I know they're listening to Boruto and Bleach. Bleach did their own thing. They were like the first mobile thing. For example, and they did like different series spin-off. There's like early access some way if you want to play it. I really hope this is not like no false thing. And you just play it, be okay with it when you play early access. Yeah, Naruto Mobile. That it's like an esports that they have some way. Mobile. It's like next level, just like Street Fighter 6. It's like that. Or it's the next level, just like that. It's like mobile Naruto and Saint Seiya. Saint Seiya Mobile did have 1v1, but you get 3 choices pop out of their special and you take turns. Yeah. It was good, it was PvP. Shaman King I think it has. But like that type of focus, that would make sense of Saint Seiya, you know, because it was big for like how Dragon Ball Z is, the legend of PvP. That's like focusing on the next level. It's similar to like professional, like Street Fighter 6, you know, like that type of way. Imagine Naruto Mobile comes out. It exists. I have it in this channel, but it's early access. But if it was focused on PvP, real PvP, I think it does. Focus on real PvP against players. And if players does play it, they will probably be professional, just like Street Fighter 6, you know? I see why they did that, you know? Just like Life After, I see why they did PvP, and then they put zombies, they built their stuff, they built their camp, and then they join some clan, and then they get invaded by like other players coming in trying to take their materials, and then they get help from groups because they it's a PvP still, and they still could go to your base. Yeah, that's different. Like that's like next level some way, or tournament some way. Yeah, that's how it is. But like I said, Naruto Mobile, there is tournaments too in Naruto. It's just the players, like I really think if they have to put like ranks on the list. They'll show how many wins they won. They'll show the time some way, and then do well and in ranks, and then so ranks and the tournaments in some future for Naruto if they want. Right now there's a series Naruto. It has like a go series. It will show Naruto and Sasuke fighting. And that's how it is in the series. That's how it is with the series, and it will be hard to play, or it will be difficult. I played like Metal Gear Solid 3. Metal Gear Solid 3 remake will come maybe 2025 or 24. Resident Evil. I don't know if they will release Revelation 3. I don't know if they're gonna do those things. Right now the movies, like I had to say about the movies came in and put their like movies in it, trailers of it. They did that just like I kinda guessed they would do. But now is on Resident Death Island. Like I don't know about business and stuff, but like it's supposed to release in the US, you know? And then it's released in the streaming service. That's good. But not, that means it's until this month only. So yeah, only this month because it didn't come out. Like I say, I watched it in Mexico, the Resident Death Island. I even have the DVD. This is proven maybe. Maybe next time I will show it. Then I'll show it. And then they say, oh, and just the original Resident pair. And that's the reason why I know this stuff. I went to Mexico to watch the movie before I removed the videos that I made for the event when it came out. But it's still there, I could show it. And that's it, you know, Resident this is Metal Gear, you know, this is the reason why Metal Gear is coming out. Metal Gear Solid 30 Remake. It's coming out. Even I have Gotham Knight, I have Arkham Knight, I have Arkham Knight finally that's playable. Even Gotham Knight, I have it too. I have both games because I'm a big Batman fan. And they shouldn't treat like Batman or fans like that. That's why it's kind of different. They're doing it this is once, so it's good. Only this temporary only. I'm not kind of in charge of anything. This temporary only that I'm seeing. Even the Fortnite changed the item shop. It used to be there just twice and then 2 days I think the same item. But right now they changed it. It is only one time hour and that's it, they changed. That's pretty different. They changed their ways, so that's pretty much unsuccessful on that. So yeah, that's it, you know, I'm just seeing what's going on this One Piece. There will be a season on that because like I said, it's the creators of the anime. Yeah, Bleach 2, it's coming, it's summer I think, I'm not sure. There will be a mobile thing for Bleach also. So yeah, on Bleach 2, I have the characters too. I play it. I have it still, I still play it. But it's different on its own. It's different. Even the Dragon Ball Legend, focusing on some Dragon Ball rebooted in some way, but it should be. They went to that direction only. Yeah, I don't tell Dragon Ball Z what to do, or the anime or super to come out, or anime, because they will take forever. Just like Resident Evil, because they also have some creators that works in Ghost in the Shell movies. Yeah, and Ghost in the Shell is more restricted. They're a lot different. They're just similar to Resident Evil, but they show in the streaming service to watch it. Yeah. And there's like one hit, and this one is still good. Finally come out. The Metal Gear Solid 3, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 1. There's the yeah, I still exist. I even talk about Metal Gear, and stuff, and the direction. There's no sequels. There's no license that they get to put the shows. If they didn't do it yet, they don't want to, I think, or don't even care about it. That's why Metal Gear Solid 3 Remake is coming out. There's like Silent Hill or Strange, the other series. I still like Metal Gear Solid 5, or if there was a chapter 2, there isn't because they canceled it because they removed the creator, that's why. But now they're doing it. They do listen, I think. And I want the boss would have a sequel too that I wanted to see of her story, maybe origins of the boss and the Sorrower, how they meet up, how she became the boss, the title, how the word boss was made, and how they made her into the boss. Yeah, they could have shown that. They could show a Big Boss. They could show his body when he went slumber. When the PSP was made, could have shown him that. Could show him trouble. We could put eFootball. They put manager, so you could be manager. You could like be coach. Like I'm good at coaching, you know. Like that's why I play football. You know, that's why Liga MX comes to eFootball because like it's still good. They would have played FIFA. Like I don't know why go straight to eFootball. They were good at football. They make updates, you know. That's the reason why it's free. And there's updates on the squad updates and stuff. And they could put Copa America tournament if they ever hear this. They could put Copa America in the game so everyone could play it. Just like FIFA put the World Cup tournament that exists. It should be removed so you could play it online and play a tournament in some way for if they ever don't want to go they ever want to try to go pro some way. And that's why they put FIFA World Cup tournament in it. I play it too. I did good. I came second in FIFA World Cup 2022 in the game of FIFA 22 or 23 it was. And I play it. I did good. And I know my squad. I know my team. The team names. You know, since I never gone pro, or whatever. It's like eFootball. I did good in eFootball. I didn't need to prove like to be a manager some way or some coach because I know my soccer. You know, I know the Liga MX. I know the players to put in. You know, I know my squad. That's why I play this game some way, and I play it. I can even show like if playing soccer if I want to, because I'm not like fake some like the others. I could really show it, you know, but I don't want to. I just show it like there's Metal Star 3 remake, there's like Resident Evil. Well, now Resident Evil is mad because of the. Well, that's how it is. That's why I'm just bouncing off and on. Talk only to not get. Just like Resident Evil, you know, with Death Island. I could show my Resident Evil Death Island. I could talk. I did show it before. I could show it again, and it talks about I was in the movie. Mexico. I went there to watch it. I watched the movie. Watched Resident Evil Death Island on screen. There wasn't nobody. Just watch it. And Death Island, Mexico, that exists. I don't know why it didn't come in the US, but now they're gonna put in streaming service. But like I said, it's a journey, and that's it. Just like Resident Evil Metal Star 3, the remake of the boss and Big Boss and Ground Zero, and good graphics like always, even the Silent Hill 4, and I don't like others to take my spot. That's why I'm talking, because I don't like that, and that's why I'm talking right now. And this is I could show myself playing soccer if I want, or basketball if I want. I could show it and scream, but I don't want to. I'm not gonna do that. Maybe the Resident Evil series I probably would show. Like I say, I play, and it's 2 hours, 40 minutes of talking, and the series. What else? What else I could say about this? This is very tough choice, because play it. I think even the higher ups is watching, maybe. I'm not sure. Because they did before. How come they're making more shows and stuff? So weird if I play so much and see. So yeah, even the Chucky series. Chucky also is a sequel, you know? Not like others making it, on Dead Island did, Dead by Daylight, and then but they're doing their own. They didn't have Resident Evil in it too. Like Resident Evil didn't allow the characters in Dead by Daylight. It wasn't Resistant. It still exists, Resistance. There's still those fake negative players. And they're trying to cancel some series like they did before. Like they trying to cancel the series. Yeah, like they did with Horror Future Revolution, and they still exist. That's why they cancel some series or say negative about the series. Don't like, don't believe it because it did well, and that's why Metal Gear 3 remake is coming out. Even Silent Hill, even like Glen areas was Metal Gear. But I don't know if like Metal Gear 3 remake was, but they delayed it. Just like The Last of Us Part 3 will come out. Resident Evil 3, Last of Us Part 3 will come out. The multiplayer that was supposed to come out. I like The Last of Us 2 because it has a lot of hours. That's why I play single player. I did try multiplayer. I play Resistance. I would play more Gotham Knight, where the player doesn't kill me all the time, and in the multiplayer some way. Even I play the story single player, and it's very good. I don't know how secrecy would look if they put like what will be for Benedict Solid 3 remake. Will they keep the same? Will they put reaction button? Will they like do some function animation that never show? Will they put cutscenes? Will they put cutscenes against the boss? And I do like secrecy, do like battle interaction that some developers doesn't want to put. They could do that with Metal Gear Solid 3 remake, like maybe Metal Gear Solid 1 remake in the future, and then put like reaction, secrecy, battle against the boss, dodging, or some way, or this is gonna keep it similar to the original, like how it is. You just reverse the CQC, but nothing like special animation or interaction, like doing some fancy flip, dodging, and then they do their own. Like how Solid Snake fight against Liquid Snake in Metal Gear Solid 4. Ocelot. Or the difference between the series. There's another series that I play. There's another series I play, and the version 2, uh, three characters, no, four characters and story, and it's different. Revelation always will be better than the original Resident Evil because it will show us the characters now. Then Resident Evil 6. Well, someone talks about Resident Evil. Yeah, and this is it. This is the Resident Evil Revelation 2, where it shows the characters, where it was the CGI. This is the CGI series that not even the other players talk about. This is Resident Evil characters. This is the CGI. This is the kind of like the first glimpse of the streaming service will have been. Like they're showing an example somewhere, I think. They're showing the anime some way. So they put their series, or the anime is doing on their own, because how Resident Evil is doing, or some way, or they saw how Resident Evil 3 remake was, and that's why they decided to step up. Just like they show the clones. They always will go and see some spots to make, like there's the clones of Weskers, and this Wesker, Alex Wesker, that never show. This is a serious, series, you know. They could, like, you don't know how long it would take, where will they face Rose, or Rose turn evil, because she somehow, Leia Miranda did put her powers and influence to her, so Rose could be evil in Resident Evil, and that maybe that could be it, or how Natalia would be to turn evil, because she got brainwashed. I think she will be evil some way. But they will skip, but that's it. That took forever for Revelation 2. Oh, and like, this is also my clip. Like, what will it be from Resident Assistance? They're kind of, I think they will not do anything. I think this Metal Gear and DC Universe and Mortal Kombat and the movies will do. Even the anime, if they want to step up, they did put the series and the mobile in it. So yeah, pretty much Resident Evil is too much restricted. Even Nintendo, Sega, 500 Games, ever after put their mobile first before any multiplayer shooter game come out. Right after they show it. And they did their own. Dead by Daylight didn't even come out. It came out with mobile, but it was NetEase Games. NetEase Games did it, and Dead by Daylight. So NetEase Game did it. That's the difference between them. And I guess Ghost in the Shell, and then Call of Duty Mobile. That's why those players are so negative. So that's why they cancel some series. That's why, you know, they exist. Or this is Revelation 2. But it's on its own, you know. Like they don't listen, you know. Just like Resident Evil, Silent Hill. Silent Hill is different. Parasite Eve you talk about, they don't kind of listen. Dino Crisis, but they put their own spin on multiplayer, you know? That's something. Something to play, you know? Something to play multiplayer on the Dino Crisis dinosaurs. That's kind of good. T-Rex, not even like Jurassic Park did it. They did their own game, but that's final. They didn't put so serious, so scariness, nothing. They didn't put first person. They don't like Sega taking over the Jurassic Park to make it scary, like they didn't saw like Alien Isolation did. Like that's why like Aliens Isolation or Aliens is a good series. Survival horror. They did have it in mobile. I think it's still there in mobile, and it's still good. The series, the movie, or such. When they put that in again, Michael Myers will, because Michael Myers has his own demo series. They had, and then Chucky came in, but he also has his demo. They can even make it scary. A Leprechaun VR. They show a glimpse of the first person of the Chucky. Like they have to make a Leprechaun for Dead by Daylight, even its own game, but it has to base on the movie. The first movie that's super scary. That's like the first movie that was ever scary. That's super scary. It does feel super scary. It was creepy. Yeah. That's it. And the Resident Evil. There's King of Fire. King of Fire fighting game. They also show a demonstration of the trailer of the remake of King of Fighter. Like that's why Metal Gear. Like there's Resident Evil. Oh, there's Mega Man. I never say I never play Mega Man Mobile. I play in Mega Man Mobile. Do play it. It exists. I don't know how long. But I could buy it, you know? I could really buy it. But it does come out. I have even the Mega Man Collection Edition also. I have it too, you know? I'm gonna kind of try to do my best. And then I have it, you know, don't get angry or some way because everyone has their opinion. It's just like I know my things with the series. I'll get my Mega Man. I have Mega Man, I have the mobile Mega Man. I enjoy it more because I like my Mega Man with its custom costume. The characters, I really like the Mega Man series that I know. I even watched the Anime series, the original Anime series. They did put on cartoons and stuff, but I like the original better. Even they used a voice actor that was in Gundam, G Gundam. Till my eyes is burning red. This animal knows how to defeat you. I left the burning finger. That's the anime of Gundam. Original before they rebooted it, yeah, and it's good. And I'm not trying to be like manager or some way. I'm not. It's just a series, and it's good. Even like imagine if players play VR, but it's like kind of sword art online, some way. In the VR, but a good way, not but that's why I don't play VR. I don't play it, but I saw the demo of the Resident Evil Vendetta. The demo. That is like next level, but it worries me because of that technology. Like imagine it's super scary, and if it was like how the CGI is of the Vendetta, but it's like a movie universe that I saw the demo. If you see the Resident Evil Vendetta demo, you saw how it was super scary, but you can't control it because you just. But it was like a movie, but you were inside this character, then you transform into a zombie, but then you got to the part where Leon and Chris fighting in that one part. It was playable, and they decided to put like that type of demonstration, but not having like just have the developers, but not like the US developers, but someone else knows, and then they made it. There's like Resident Resistant they did, and Fading City and Life After, like that type of demonstration. I think the players will get scared because if they become stars members of First Alpha team, and if they want to be like trick the players and get them scared of the of being like I think it's online, it could, but it would be like based on the original. If they don't like people like they have to do their own, go in the forest and find the stars chopper, and then they have to escape or be separate to work together and search for whatever. But if they mess up and the monsters get them KO, and then they're game over for them, but they still continue, it'll be a Resident Outbreak some way version. But I don't think they want to do that. They never did. They never like put this type of stuff. Just made it to Star 5 they did, and PT, Silent Hill. They did it. They did those two. They really could do if they want Silent Hill. Be like how Silent Hill 4 is. They could be VR. If they see the demo, Resident Vendetta, the demo, I think they could do like I said, Manicure's already doing this. So if they like do this, they could put first person, they could put co-op together in Silent Hill 4, because this character is with the main character in Silent Hill 4, and it has like a lot of scariness in it. Or they could put first person and make it scarier for them, and make them sweat, just like in like Silent Resident 3, like how they show in the Vendetta demo, and if they were just a character in point of view, but they can control them because they're just walking around to see what's going on in Resident Vendetta. Like they can really show it in Resident 3 remake or Resident Evil 3 the original, and they're just sitting in the car and the zombies pop out, just like in the original intro of Resident Evil 3. Yeah, but I don't think they're gonna do that. But that's like next level. It shows. Maybe I will show it. This is how Revelation 2 is. Like this is the reason why I'm already in that next level. If I could show it. But I'm not, you know? It's like first person, scariness, there's like zombies, there's like a city, there's like that universe, VR2. I think it will come out only in their own. You just have to get it some way. Like I see others does it. I think they will, you know. That's why they travel, so they could get it. I see why, you know. It shows a demo of Resident Vendetta. It shows like the zombies. Like that's something. That's something in Resident Evil. It's the first time, no? They like didn't goof around with technology. They pretty much did VR2 and VR3. But they have others doing the inspiration of Resident Evil only. So not Resident Evil, but of themselves doing it. Like they did in Resident Evil Death Island. Like this show. That's the original Resident Evil that I know. The first time ever they decided to make it. This is not like a illustration. This is just that they have Resident Evil. Like they think ahead right before they don't want to play it. Was it PS VR? Like Resident Evil, like they were goofing around. There's one. That's why they made Chris Redfield its original form. Like they cut a lot of things. We went in Japan. That's why it's called exclusive. It's called exclusive VR. This is the demonstration. It's a lot different than the VR that you play. This is the like how it could be Resident Evil. Running around, looking up. It's like the next level of Resident Evil Outbreak. That's right, you know, Resident Evil Death Island was made. Like smartness combined with the anime studios. They worked together and they made the movie Resident Evil Death Island and Vendetta. That's why they made the streaming service to know. You turn to a zombie. And then, is this a movie playable? I see why it's only in Japan. You see, like that, this universe could be. That's how it is. Resident Evil 1 remake. It exists, the demo, VR. VR2 and VR3, you know? Like, VR1 could be. Only VR2 and VR3. You see? It's different level, you know? Different universe. No downgraded, no demonstration, no era, no like the technology that I see. That's like VR2, 3. Look how Chris Redfield is. This Chris, you're in the movie universe. Imagine a campaign of like how Resident Evil 6 was. You'd be like this, you know? Play as them and you face players online like this. Well, I don't think they could capitalize this, but they show a demonstration of this. Yeah. What is there, you know? The demonstration, look, Leon. His original form, you know? Player doing action, do this. That's like Sword Online level, you know? That's it. That's the Resident Evil. Look at then. Look, he got taken down, but he could see. Look, you're playing as the character, you know. You could do like those action scenes, CQC comeback action. Look, that's how it is. Is Resident Evil Vendetta, and then I don't think even they don't want. They could do this, you know. But I see why it's in Japan only. So that's why it's in there. That's why I see why others want to do Resident Evil, but they're not really, like really Resident Evil players, because they're just fake. Look, that's how it is, you know. VR. It could be, you know. Others does travel, I think, and that's why I see why they put Resident Evil like together now. But I want to see them do another Resident Evil. If they put like how Resident Evil Outbreak is, but not like how cutscene is. For example, cutscenes, like how it is. You start the game, but you see the character running, all that stuff. They could get KO, I think. They'd probably be overwhelmed. Doing the chopper. If the player plays as Brad Ricker, then just the computer runs away and run away from the chopper like that. It could be a player, and then give them an option to not go to the mansion, and they just stay in the chopper and they just leave, you know. But the player who's playing Brad Ricker has to come back for stars because they have to finish the mission, you know, like that. It could be like that, some way. But I don't think they will. They could leave their teammate up there in the chopper with. It's too hard, you know, and then it goes down the chopper to the forest and save them. But I don't think Resident Evil wants to do that. Medicare did it with PT. But pretty much Resident Evil doesn't do those. They're just different than Medicare Solid and PT. Silent Hill and Medicare, it's such a high level than just Resident Evil is. Resident Evil, I think, is just followed by the script only. They don't want to put a 2.0, they don't want to go serious. Sega 2 also, so that means and even Nintendo. So yeah, pretty much Sony is doing VR 2 and 3, but they don't want to go serious. The only one that goes serious is Metal Gear, Silent Hill, and eFootball. Because they did great on the animation. So yeah, there's 3 things that they're good at. Even the old Pro Evolution, the graphics, so I know they're still there. They just don't want to go serious anymore with graphics. Details of the player look from Pro Evolution. Yeah. And that's why 1 and 3, Silent Hill, Metal Gear, and Soccer, 3 things that they did, than just Resident Evil. Resident Evil pretty much it's on their own. They're kind of scripted only, and yeah, they're not on the same level as Metal Gear, Silent Hill, and football. I played those 3 games. Even Gotham Knight, you know. 4 version Mortal Kombat, I don't want to play it. It's super scary because you see the first Deadly Deception or Deadly Alliance, how Liu Kang got killed off. Yeah, they become scary now. Yeah, the next version or the next DLC or whatever, next step of Mortal Kombat, they're gonna make it scarier, I think. If they want to do that, I think they should. But anyway, whatever. So it's like mixed with fighting game with horror in it. Yeah, and that's the three things Resident Evil pretty much. It's a three version with um with that and even the demo. Just Silent Hill, Metal Gear. Silent Hill has more potential, and Metal Gear also, and the football. That's the three version that it still exists. Even Fairy Tale. Yeah,